Hello, everyone. I'm Papagan, and welcome to another episode of There's a Place, the show that explores the connection between mind and personality. Joining me later tonight will be indie rock's own Jeff Enzor. But before we get into our guest, I like to talk about what's going on in my life, what's going on in the world. And a couple weeks ago, I had court. Now that's not what's unusual about the story. It actually been got another it was traffic court. It was no big deal, but I got this traffic ticket for making a U-turn. I was in the wrong. I admit it, but I was in court and I knew I was going to lose. The officer had showed up and they told me, I read a book about it. They said, if you want to beat the ticket, show up. You can totally beat it. It's called How to Beat a Ticket in California. I took one look at the officer and I knew I wasn't going to win, and I was going to be out, get $300, and the judge was going to throw the book at me and this, that, and the other. But right before it came my turn to plea, this sketchy teenager, I'm not trying to make any judgments or anything, but he was sketchy and he was dressed like all fly. He'd definitely been in the court system before. And he says, is it a real judge or is it a judge pro tem? And so I was like, oh, so he does know about the legal system. And the clerk said, it's a real judge. And he goes, okay, can I just take the community service? And I was like, oh, what's this? So I go, hey, I pull him aside. I was like, hey, what's up with the community service? And he's like, oh yeah, it's really chilled out. You should just do that. So I raised my hand. I said, what's that, Nolan?
Your cord's super, it's up against it like this, so you can have a bunch of weird shit happen.
Oh, okay. Got it. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. It's all right. This is a new technology. It's experimental. It's fun. Anyway, long story short, I elected to also get the community service. And to my great surprise, I was sentenced to work at my favorite thrift store out of the closet. It's right over by my house. And, I've been going in there a couple times this week, and it's a great way to get punished. It's really one of the best punishments I've ever had. I didn't have to spend any money on the ticket, and instead, whenever I feel like it, I just go down to the thrift store, and they kind of let me do a little bit of everything. It's fun. The first day I was there, I went through the electronics. I got to throw out a couple old printers. A lot of times you'll go to the thrift store, and you'll think who is going to buy this? This is garbage. Well, as a customer of the thrift store, and then now working at it on the inside, I was actually able to go through and throw out a bunch of the stuff that I didn't think was going to sell, so that was fun. I got to, put some tags on clothes, so it's just interesting seeing all the variety of things. And at one point, I got to kind of go through the CDs and organize them, and these two older, probably the immigrant guys, but not recent immigrants. They've been here a long time, obviously, but they were from a far-off land somewhere, and they came in, and the one guy goes, he's like, hey, do you have any Engelbert Humperdinck CDs? And I looked at him, I said, well, probably not. I mean, it's kind of a weird request. And he's like, oh, well, where can I get an Engelbert Humperdinck CD? I said, Amoeba in Hollywood. He's like, oh, I know Hollywood. Well, where's Amoeba? I said, Coinga and Sunset. He's like, oh, where's that? Is that near Western? I was like, kind of, but the street's called Coinga. You just go there. And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, well, how come you don't alphabetize the CDs? I was like, because this is a thrift store. That's weird, but, it's just, it's cool the variety of weird people that come in there and the stuff you get to see. But the lesson I kind of learned from that is that if you do something wrong, just get punished. It's not that big of a deal. You'll learn something. If I had paid money, I would have less money, which is, it doesn't grow on trees. But I wouldn't have really learned anything. I would have nothing meaningful other than going to court and losing. But I would have nothing to show for that experience of getting the ticket. So, if one lesson I could say for this week would be just go ahead and take your medicine. when it's doled out to you, because everyone, they want you to do better. Whoever's the Punisher. I don't think our guest Jeff is here yet, but something else I wanted to talk about. It happened again, and then I don't know if you watched the news, but in the news this week, the LAPD has killed another person. I'm pretty pro-police in general, but I just think they should stop shooting people. And the guy grabbed, he grabbed for the officer's gun. It doesn't really matter what happened. The common denominator seems to be with all these shootings is the gun that is involved. It's just really ridiculous that they're so dangerous and people are just allowed to have them, and they cause all sorts of problems. People say the argument is oh, well, more people die in automobile accidents than with than gun violence. It's okay, but if somebody dies in an automobile accident, that's an accident. If somebody dies from a gun on accident, it's not the gun's fault. That's the gun is doing what it was supposed to do. It's designed to kill people. Well, things, animals too, maybe a target, but people in general. That's the idea. And you'd think that they would, the first time somebody got hurt from a gun, they'd be whoa, this is dangerous. We have to do something about this. Maybe people shouldn't be allowed to have these. But no, they just, children get shot, family members. There was that mother in Las Vegas in a road rage incident. It's just one after another. All these things. It's just constantly there's. Let's get rid of the guns, folks. It's so sad. Not only the death, but just the people who love guns. It just seems so forced. And I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone out there who's more right wing, but sorry, noise going on in the neighborhood. Another thing I wanted to say about the police, people are very worried about drones. That's a hot button issue. People are oh, are they going to come into our homes? The LAPD has helicopters flying overhead night and day. How could drones be any worse? The drones are at least smaller. Do you guys see that dog running through? That was pretty cool. Yeah, but don't worry, folks. That's my point. Or maybe you should worry. You should worry more. I see my guest off there across the street. Here, my guest tonight is, here he comes. Well, not really, he's getting mic'd up. My guest tonight is a fellow named Jeff Enzor. I haven't known him a long time. We're more kind of recent friends. But Jeff is he's like an indie rock guy. That's how I would describe him. He kind of nerdy, but he knows his stuff. And Jeff, please remove your shoes before coming out here. Thanks. But without further ado, I want to jump into this interview. Please welcome my guest tonight on There's a Place, Jeff Enzor.
Hey, Adam.
Hey, Jeff. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Sorry I'm a little late tonight.
That's okay. What took you so long?
I had to take my dog back to Long Beach.
The dog?
I had to take my log back to Dong Beach, yeah.
Dong Beach?
Yeah.
You had to take your dog back to Long. Where was the
back
dog?
Back to Long. He was at my parents' house, and my dad can't sleep with him in the house. I was going to try to just get away with it. I dropped him off on the way to work. It's very...
Why did the dog leave Long Beach to begin with?
I dropped him off because I knew I was coming here. I had some laundry to do at my parents' house for free. And then I went to work. And then I realized that I couldn't just come straight here. I had to go back to Long Beach. So
Gotcha.
Yeah, and there was construction on the 710. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is quite the life that the dog leads, though.
It's one of two.
She's in Torrance, too. Yeah. Where's the other dog?
That dog is okay at my parents' house. My dad can sleep with that dog.
Why can only one dog stay over?
Because the other one just makes more noise, barks in the night sometimes. Yeah, but not when I'm around, so it's cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about any disciplinary training?
Yeah, but I mean,
You only thought about it. You never
yeah, I mean,
went any further.
whatever. You gotta like pay money for that.
What do you think your dog would think of this neighborhood here?
This neighborhood, this TV neighborhood.
See it? There it is.
Oh, I didn't notice the monitor. This looks similar to my parents' neighborhood,
Yeah.
only newer homes. Yeah. Why wouldn't a dog like this neighborhood? Do you know something about this neighborhood?
No, I was saying, what would your dog think of the neighborhood?
I know. My dog would love
He
it.
would like it.
Yeah.
Why'd you skirt the question? You tried to
It's a
deflect it
weird
back.
question, that's why. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
So how are you doing tonight? You probably already told everybody, but I want to know personally.
you know,
You
fine.
doing all right?
This isn't about me.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Talking about, what's going on in the world. I've been working at, this is what I told everyone. I
Yeah.
got community service in court.
Oh, yeah,
And I
nice.
was sentenced to work at the thrift store.
Yeah.
And
How's that going?
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like you're paying your debt to society.
Well, no, it does. What
Really?
I was telling everyone, I was mentioning, is that it's good to learn a lesson. Have you ever been punished?
Been punished by life every day.
No, but have you ever been has a punishment doled out to you?
Yeah, I had detention in school.
How often?
I would say by like 6th grade, never, but then 8th grade, I had it probably like 4 or 5 times that year. But it was always for not turning in my homework or something stupid like
So
that.
simple.
Yeah,
Do your homework.
I'm the worst at that.
Did you learn anything from that punishment?
School sucks.
But the detention.
I continued not doing my homework all
Damn, you
throughout.
kept getting detention,
All
'cause-
throughout quitting college, I continued not doing my homework. Yeah,
Yeah, who's the joke on in that situation?
I don't know.
It's like
Yeah.
you just kind of did enough school, so you got tired of it.
Yeah,
But it doesn't matter if you did your homework, really.
Yeah. That's fine.
But you had to go to detention 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
But did you ever get any kind of unique punishment? Or
No.
did you
Well,
ever get
okay,
expelled?
there was one time in kindergarten that I was punished for throwing up in class. I was like,
That's not your fault.
it's not my fault, but I was punished. I had to stay inside all day, which if I'm throwing up, I should probably get outside and get some fresh air, but instead they made me stay in for recess and lunch, like in an angry way, not in a like, this is better for you, but it was
Jeff,
like,
no more throwing up
yeah, you
During circle
5-year-old,
time.
yeah.
during circle time.
Yeah, I think I was 4, because I have my birthday late in
At
October.
any age, it doesn't matter. At any
Yeah.
age, you shouldn't be reprimanded
It's no good.
for something like that.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, but so that wasn't a good punishment either. You didn't learn anything.
no, I just learned that school sucks. I mean, it's a valuable lesson.
Have
but
you ever learned any positive lessons? Those are a little harder to detect sometimes.
I mean, obviously not, because I can't think of it. Didn't stick with me. Yeah, whatever.
Do you say please and thank you like when you go out? Did you learn to do that?
To an extent, I do.
Some do, yeah.
That's just kind of like being a decent person.
But you don't say it a lot.
No, I say it okay. I'm not excessive with it. That gets really creepy sometimes, you know. But yeah, I'm a nice guy. You think I'm a nice guy?
I think you're a great guy.
Yeah, well, thank you. I think you're a good guy.
I've invited you to my street here.
It's a very lovely street. It's
Thanks.
a very lovely time of day too. It's nice and overcast.
A lot of these, when we've been shooting these backgrounds, I didn't shoot this one in particular, but all the ones I shot too, it's just been overcast a lot lately.
That's really weird.
So
Also, I'm
they kind of
glad to
all
know
match
that
each
we're
other.
not supposed to pretend that we're actually in the environment. Glad that you're saying shooting the backgrounds, because I was worried I'd ruined everything.
No, it's both, man.
It's both? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we stepped
We
out
shot
for a
them and
second,
now
now we're
here.
back in.
No, we are here. Don't you understand? What's the difference? We
Oh,
shot it
okay.
and then now we're here.
That's good. I
Like
like that.
it's like the fella Drake says. We started from the bottom.
Our fellow?
Yeah, that fella.
My name's Our Fellow.
Okay, so here's the thing about Drake. He was on Degrassi. You know that, right?
Yeah.
That's all I know about him.
I think he.
And then that song's on an episode of Broad City. I saw that was like a year old anyway.
Wait, you only know him from an episode of Broad City, and
No, that's like the only time I ever heard his music.
really,
Pretty much.
his new album.
Oh, he's on a Sprite commercial.
His new album, which I haven't heard anything from at all. I did read that he referenced being on Degrassi on
That's
one of the
cool.
lyrics. Yeah, you would think he wouldn't, but he said something about his wheelchair.
No.
Yeah, he like referenced.
And this is the #1 rapper.
Yeah, he's the top.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, he's doing good. He's doing pretty good. Headlining Coachella. You know?
Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah.
Speaking of some things that aren't so good, look at this room that we're in now.
Oh no!
We've
What
gone
happened?
Inside a little bit.
What's the story behind this place?
This is in Beverly Hills. It's been featured on Curbed and a few other blogs like that. So it's kind of you can see all the graffiti in here. It's kind of been burned a little bit.
It kind of almost looks like a Matt Groening
But
graffiti behind you.
it does kind of like
Over
a Matt
there
Groening,
behind
yeah.
you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ooh, look, he's picking his nose.
I love X. Is it X?
Let's go. Yeah, X.
I love X. The band X.
Yeah, I love Los Angeles.
Yeah.
What does X stand for in this equation? Bet you
I
wish
don't
you
have
did that
answer
homework.
yet. That's good. Yeah.
Don't you? No, this was Liza Minnelli's house where she grew up. This
Really?
was Vincent Minnelli's mansion,
Weird.
and there was some sort of dispute after his death between her and the stepmother, and so they just left the house there. It's abandoned. It's right on Sunset, across from Beverly Hills Hotel.
Oh, okay.
And so there's squatters. It's real creepy, but it's been on a lot of blogs, so there's been a lot of stuff taken out and graffiti.
It's
things of that
gentrifying
nature.
Liza
Yes.
Minnelli's house.
Mhm.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Losing its charm.
What do you think of graffiti?
You mean graph?
Yeah, is that what you call it?
Yeah, I call it graph. You know, I got some friends that do it. An old coworker of mine is really into it. It's one of those like graffiti art kind of guys, but he like went to prison for it. I don't know if you call it prison.
Jail.
Jail?
Jail's not the same.
But he like served time. It wasn't just like overnight. So is that prison? It's not like federal penitentiary or something like that.
Anyway,
Can we look up the difference between jail and prison?
I would love to know.
Okay, we'll have that by the end of this episode. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like that I can't read a lot of it.
It all looks the same to me.
It all looks the same. The names a lot of times are really dumb. Like there just seem like these random, like putting two vowel sounds, two words that, I don't know, it's no good.
When I worked at the Santa Monica Civic Auditorium, there was a guy who did graffiti named Spliff.
Of course,
That
yeah.
was just, and I was just like, wow, how original. What if lucky me, I get to work with Vincent van Gogh.
Yeah.
And it all looks the same. It's so ugly and destroys
Yeah.
property.
It's kind of like an alpha male thing too. But
Except that somebody, see, I think it's very childish at the same time. It's just like teens who do it, and then like anybody who's older who does it. Your contemporaries are children.
yeah. The thing about it though that we're neglecting is that we didn't grow up in
I'm from Los
the
Angeles.
inner
yeah.
city.
I've grown up around graffiti. I've seen
Okay.
some graffiti.
All
It's
right.
been carved into the mirrors. of
My
the
point
bathrooms
is
at
that maybe
school.
we don't understand the forces behind the expression that they feel they need to express. But aesthetically, it's no good.
You know what I'm into?
What's that?
Graffiti removal. Like
Yeah.
those like splotches it makes. Those
Yeah,
rectangles.
that's going on in my neighborhood right now. I wish I took a picture. I would share that with the audience. But yeah, somebody tagged up my whole alleyway. We live kind of in an alleyway, and yeah, it's really dumb. One time,
But did somebody cover it up though with the?
yeah, they hired a crew, and so the building was just like beautiful, like salmon color, and now it's just got these like weird white
Splotches.
splotches all over it. Yeah.
What also looks bad.
One time, my girlfriend and I were looking for a place, and it was before we decided on Long Beach. We were looking in Harbor Gateway, which is right by Torrance and Carson kind of thing. And, oh wait, I'm getting details wrong, but the details don't matter. Anyway, we were looking for a place in that area, and we were driving along, and it was really nice during the day. And then we came back at night just for the hell of it, and it seemed nice too. It was like, I mean, we knew that it's kind of a bad neighborhood, but we were like, it can't be that bad. And then, for some reason, that same night, we got back into Torrance at like 2 a.m. from like some wild Hollywood party probably, and we were driving by it, so it was just, screw it, let's go by that neighborhood again just to make sure. And all of a sudden there was graffiti all over it, and I'm not gonna remember it was like let me think, 213th gang or something like that. It would say like 213 all over the place. And I Googled it, and it was like, yeah, that's a deadly gang that's like murdered people in the last 5 years, and like they're very.
They've only murdered other gang members, though. Probably.
I think it was like racially motivated. Like, I think they were Hispanics, which I'm not Hispanic.
Yeah, don't want to live there.
And so it just seemed like maybe, and it was like the center of that gang was like a block and a half away. So it's like, okay, well, so graffiti helped. It was very helpful. It was stay away. This is our neighborhood.
Actually.
Yeah, that's probably one of the reasons
It's not
why.
all just writing your name.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes they want to keep Whitey out.
It's true.
So, but you decided on Long Beach.
Decided on Long Beach.
Do you like Long Beach? Do you rep it?
I rep it hard, relatively hard.
Rep it? Do you rep it forever? Are you always gonna
No.
love it?
Maybe, but I'm not sold on Forever, which is the name of my new solo album.
Sold on forever.
Sold on Forever. I came up with, real quick note.
Wow, that's
I came up
great.
with $1 million band name tonight for like a Imagine Dragons kind of name, or like Bastille, or one of those terrible like, oh, kind of bands.
Kidman music.
Yeah, it's The Science of Us. That's the band name. $1 million
That could
right
be the
there.
single.
Give me the name of the band and the song. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be really annoying. Anyway,
I'm the lead singer.
I said really quick side note. Oh yeah, now I remember what. So Long Beach. I like Long Beach a lot because it has cool things, but it's not a cool city.
It's barely a city. It's LA's redheaded stepchild. Nobody.
It's almost like a county within itself.
It's
for
big.
Sure.
It's the size of a city.
Huge. It's very diverse. There's like crazy $1 million homes and like suburbs, and then it's like inner city, and then it's, I don't know, it's a lot
it's
of
got it
different
all,
things.
but yeah.
It's got hipster neighborhoods. It's got very just like nice, I don't know. It's
Just
got
so
a
much in
Latin,
the shadows,
Latin American
though.
art museum that's really nice, huh?
So much in the shadow of LA.
Yeah,
And
I
Orange
feel
County.
If Long
Double
Beach,
shadows. There's a
double
band.
shadows. I feel like if Long Beach was like the entire city was transplanted to middle of nowhere somewhere in the like Northern California or somewhere like that, it would be one of the major cities in the country.
Oh, yeah,
but
of course.
because it's connected to LA, it's just, oh, that's a neighborhood in LA. Yeah, it's weird. But you know, that's chill.
If you were trying to convince me to move to Long Beach, not me in particular, sure me, but just anyone, what would the selling points be? You are a realtor.
It's, if I was a, so
You're
okay,
you
but
wanna
I'm
get me,
convincing a guy like you, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, but that could buy a house.
Okay, to buy a house. I don't know. It's like not pretentious, but there's really good Mexican food and good cheap bars, and it's not too far from LA unless they're doing unless they're doing construction on the 710. And I don't know. There's shows.
It's okay.
They got margaritas, you know.
Are there
Long Beach
any
got
other-
margaritas. They got weed. They got Sublime.
Oh, it's Sublime. That's the number one
Sublime,
reason
yeah,
right
it's the
there.
number
Number
one.
one reason. Whoa. Look
what?
where we are now.
We're
We've
microscopic
shrunk.
all of a sudden. Yeah, it's good.
We shrunk, Jeff.
Are we supposed to believe that's like a
We're the size
giant
of
desert
ants.
scene? But yeah.
No, man.
Do you wish that you could, after watching Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, do you wish that that was reality?
that you could get shrunk?
That Rick Moranis was your dad, and that you could get shrunk down?
Yeah. Did Rick Moranis retire from acting, or is Wallace Shawn the one? I get them
I
confused.
think Rick Moranis did. I feel
But
like
Wallace
he should have a
Shawn is the
comeback.
one with the country album?
Rick
You know who-
Moranis has a country album.
And Wallace
know that for
Shawn
sure.
is retired?
Wait, who's that?
Princess Bride.
You know, I've never actually seen that movie. That's
It's
on my
great.
like list of movies that people are mad at me for not having seen.
Oh, what else is on that list? I have a million.
E.T.,
That's a good one.
Princess Bride,
That's a good one to not have
Goonies.
seen.
Never.
Wow, these are great ones to never
Kind of
have
don't
seen.
ever want to watch the Goonies.
You can't now.
Yeah.
It's a point of pride.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I mean, it is. I'm talking about it right
Yeah.
now. I talk about it to everybody I meet.
Any other movies? I've never seen.
I was just yelled at for not seeing Children of Men the other day, but that's kind of a different category. But then I was kindly given a copy of it to watch from Kevin O'Neill.
I've never seen any Leonardo DiCaprio movie except for What's Eating Gilbert Grape and
It's a great
Growing
movie.
Pains.
Oh,
Which is
What's
a TV
Growing
show.
Pains?
The
Oh, the TV show,
that he
okay.
was on when he played
How
the-
do you not? He's good.
I know, he's great.
It's weird.
Yeah.
You should watch like Gangs in New York.
You know, The Departed, Titanic, a lot of good ones in there.
Yeah, Titanic's not a good movie.
It's not?
It's bad. It's one of those like
James Cameron, he's great.
yes. I
Did
mean,
you see Avatar?
yes.
In a theater?
No.
Jeff.
I mean, that shouldn't be the only selling point of a movie is that it's pretty colors hitting you.
He invented a new type of camera and all this crap
So?
to do the movie. It was cool. You have to wear special glasses to watch it. It's cool. What else that costs that much money can you just go experience for a few hours?
I can guess. I don't know. Captain
Disneyland-
EO?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That at Disneyland?
Yeah.
Disneyland costs $100.
Yeah, okay. But then you get to go on the
Disneyland
Peter
costs,
Pan thing and look down at the...
1.5 days pay. Think of it this way. To be stressed out. I don't know. I want to go there so bad.
Disneyland? Me
And
too.
California Adventure. I want to go for free.
It would be pretty chill to go for free.
People from Orange
Yeah.
County sometimes talk about going to Disneyland for free.
Um,
They brag about it, but I've never seen anyone substantiate those rumors.
Disneyland is kind of in Joyce Manor's bio, because that's how the band started, kind of, or whatever. That's the
Oh, that's right. When I heard
the lore.
I heard about that.
And so maybe Joyce Manor should try to get sponsored by Disneyland.
That'd be cool. I think
Yeah.
that Disneyland, or actually specifically the Disney Store, should start a band.
The
And then
Disney Store should start a band.
Yeah, they could they have all the resources of Disney, so
Yeah.
they could pull all of the resources, get great songwriters, great production, great musicians and
Yeah.
stuff, and then
So,
the
Elton
songs-
John would be in the
Sure.
band, yeah.
And then the songs would just be about kind of the vibe of shopping at the Disney Store,
That's-
corporate, why not?
It's good. I just found out that a friend of mine's ex-girlfriend does all the graphic design for the Disney Store, all the stuff all over the walls. That's a
fun.
friend of mine's ex-girlfriend. How cool is that, man?
Don't get much closer than that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
touching the stars.
Yeah.
Besides Long Beach.
Ooh, I like this table.
Thank you. I made it myself.
Yeah?
I,
Out of what? What did you use to make it?
Well, I took all the wire off of the spool.
Okay, that's good. It's nice.
A wide shot would be. Yeah, see, spool. There you go. Spool.
Spool's a good word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like weird words like that. Pretty much any word.
Pretty much
especially
any
if
word
it's-
is a good word.
Well, if it's one syllable and you just really think about it and say it, it becomes a weird word.
Yeah.
Like plate.
Crayon. Crayon. Crayon.
Yeah,
That
that's good.
one's
String.
string. Yeah. Yeah.
Sustenance.
Pizza.
It's
Kind
kind
of.
of foreign though.
Yeah, it's kind of
If
weird.
you get into foreign, that gets crazy.
Yeah.
Spaghetti.
Whoa, pizza! I don't speak foreign language here. Okay. Yeah.
Linguine.
Linguine. So we're just doing that now. Alfredo.
France.
Weird Alfredo. It's like Weird Al.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Weird Al
Weird's
live?
a weird word. I saw Weird Al live, kind of. It was really cool. This is another good Jeff Enzor story. I was one of the first 500 jerks to buy Ben Folds' solo album in a record store in Southern California. So
You're right. Only a jerk would.
I
do
was.
that.
This is the year 2000. I was given tickets to go see him at. I think I told you this, at the bowling alley where your birthday party was at All Star Lanes, and Weird Al was a special guest, and he came out and danced with his leg behind his head and did a couple songs with Ben
What a
Folds.
cool guy.
He's the coolest guy there is. Yeah,
I want to be as cool as him.
he's doing like a 100 plus world tour, 100 plus dates world tour. He's gonna be on the road just for the entire year. It's pretty cool.
That accordion is going to see a lot of wear
Yeah.
and tear. I'll be his insurance on it.
Yeah. How does he not have insurance on his accordion?
It's
How
going to
many
get stolen.
accordions do you
when
think
he-
he
It's
has?
going to get stolen when he plays in San Francisco.
Yeah, is that a
They're
thing?
gonna-
How
they're
many
gonna bust the
accordions do you think
window
Weird Al
down.
has? Can we tweet him? Do you have a tweet? Do you have a twit?
I have a twit.
Yeah, I
But I
don't.
don't think he would respond. He's probably asleep by now.
Yeah, he's a sleeping guy, I'm
Got
sure.
a kid. Got
Yeah.
to take her to school.
It would be really funny if Weird Al toured in just like a 15-passenger van and like had to drive the van sometimes and wasn't just sleeping in the back the entire time. I like that thought for some reason.
He only brings like 3 Hawaiian shirts
Yeah.
stuffed into a backpack.
Yeah, one accordion, hope nothing goes wrong. Otherwise, he has to stop by a music shop on the way to the
To get
gig.
more reeds for the
Yeah,
accordion.
Yeah.
That's how it was in the early days
Yeah, I'm sure.
of the Weird Al. Does this band have a name?
Like the Heartbreakers kind of thing. We should find that out too. We should twit him.
Got a lot of questions for him.
Yeah.
He'd be a great guest.
You should invite him to your
Invite him on the
neighborhood.
show. Yeah.
We're
invite
still
him
in
to shrink him
Rockville.
down.
Yeah.
Honey, I Blew Up the Kid was more my speed.
Oh, I was into that too. It was just one kid. It was a baby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, I want to watch that again. That's probably crazy.
Because the visual effects are probably not great.
Yeah, they're probably really bad. It was
They
like
had 'em.
94. Yeah.
Maybe sooner, maybe 92. Whoa. Look at this. This is far out, man. Okay, well, good. This will help take us back to 92, 94.
Yeah.
I remember when they made that movie, they got on the top of the El Capitan a giant inflatable shoe, like a Reebok pump, that was supposed to
Okay.
be the baby's shoe.
To like promote the movie.
Yeah, it's up on top of the El Capitan.
That's pretty cool. I wonder
Big
who has that
shoe.
Reebok right now.
Loved it. I saw a
That's
pair of
pretty cool.
Reebok pumps today at the thrift store, but they're size 11,
Yeah. What are you?
13.
Oh, okay. You should have bought them for me. I'm size 11. You should
I'll
think
keep. Let me
about
keep an
that.
eye out.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, I've decided, Jeff. I've made a big decision. You know, I'm getting older. I don't have a lot of money by any means, not at all. But you know, I have some money. I deserve to spend it on myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy some nice sneakers. Some sneakers I always wanted as a kid, but never could
Oh,
get.
yeah.
'cause I didn't have
Specific
any
ones?
money. Well, that's what I want to decide. Do you think I should? Because I started thinking about all the different sneakers that I wanted as a kid and didn't
Yeah.
get. BK Ratch Tech, Reebok pumps, or the Jordans. I've never had Jordans, but the
Yeah.
Jordans from Space Jam that I had a poster of Bugs Bunny and Michael Jordan hanging out, and they were both wearing the shoes, and Michael Jordan had on real ones, and Bugs Bunny had on cartoons.
Yeah. I think you have your answer there.
Yeah.
I don't remember the BK ones that you're.
BK Ratch Tech.
Yeah.
They would sponsor a lot of those Nickelodeon game shows.
Oh,
and
yeah?
They were the British Knights. They were the
Yeah.
shoes that had after you'd lace them up, they had like those plastic things like on rollerblades, and you'd like
Oh yeah,
Snap
that's
'em.
cool. I like those. Although I had a pair of rollerblades that would get like jammed and I would be like stuck in some rollerblades all day until like my dad could take them off. And this is only like 5 years ago this happened. It was pretty bad.
you were rollerblading well into your 20s.
I was 23, I would guess.
This is the last time you bladed?
Yeah, because that was a traumatizing experience. But it was fun until then. Yeah.
So age 21, 22.
Yeah.
You guys were having a good time. Where would you
Way to
roller?
get around town.
Where would you rollerblade?
Just around the neighborhood. Just jump over the curb and stuff like that.
Kind of thing.
We're floating right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Kind of reminds me of Austin Powers interstitials.
Yeah.
Is that the word for it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good
BBC
word.
One.
It's another good word.
BBC Two.
Oh, yeah.
We're in a cell. This is the interrogation portion of the show.
You ever notice that there's certain cop shows that only
Yes.
take place in daylight? In almost every scene, there's sunlight shining in to like any location they're in the show.
Like what?
I gotta think. There's the one with, I want to say LL Cool J, but I don't think that's true. Is he
he's
on one
on
of
Law and
those?
Order. or something.
He's not
I don't
Law
watch
and Order.
dramas.
That's Ice-T.
She is on one. Family Law? No. Gosh.
I can't think of the show.
He's an actor. He was on the sitcom.
There's it's one with Chris O'Donnell. He's on one.
It's Daytime
Some
Cops.
CBS thing, and if you watch it, almost every single scene has daylight, and I think that's like it has to be conscious because everything is in TV for the most part. But yeah, I think it's to set it aside from the other ones. I'm sure there's like stupid people that are like, oh, this one seems friendlier because they don't notice that it's all daylight. It's pretty cool. I notice things like that.
What shows are you
Smart
watching
guy.
these days?
It shows, I like Broad City.
Great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so if the two of us were those two girls, who would be who, Jeff? We've been on tour together for that week. I feel like we know each other pretty well.
Yeah, okay.
Different little adventures. Who's who?
I don't
I
think-
know my answer.
You know your answer.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I would say I'm Abby, the
Yeah.
straight-haired one,
That's what I was gonna say.
because I worry about things more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this situation, in another situation, I'm sure you would be Alana and somebody else would be Abby.
What situation would that be?
Well, just somebody who's like who worries even more than you, maybe.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Or like who sometimes you're the person who's like, no, we
Yeah, I
should totally
can
do
see
this.
that.
You know?
I thought you meant like in a situation like, okay, you're gonna go do karaoke, so all of a sudden you become Alana.
No, well, unless that was
Okay.
the song you picked.
What's that?
Unless that was the song you picked.
What's the song?
Well, it's karaoke. Never mind.
Okay.
I've been locked in this interrogative cell for so long.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a weird one. I'm guessing you guys didn't take this picture.
I don't know.
Is it a picture?
I think
Looks
they
like
made
a
it.
video game
Yeah,
environment.
it's cool.
Yeah, I like it.
What video games you playing these days?
SimCity Build It.
No, really?
I don't like video games. I realized something about myself that this applies to many aspects of my life, but I don't like video games that are like quick, where I'm like, oh God, I gotta like get it. It can be fun for a little bit, but I get frustrated with it. I like ones like Solitaire, where you can just kind of zone out and think about it and not pay attention.
You
It
know, you
means
love
that I'm a stupid guy.
You love slot machines.
I like slot machines, but not, I don't know.
It operates
whatever.
on the same, the flashing.
No, it's not that. I don't want to have to think fast. That's what I mean by I'm a dumb guy. I like to have a second to sit there and go like, do I want to put a house right there? Whatever on SimCity. It's pretty cool. It's addicting. It's one of those like, what's the term for it? Like the Kim Kardashian game where it's free, but then they
Freemium?
set it up. What?
Freemium.
Freemium, is that the word? Yeah, they set it up so you want to give them money.
Yeah.
And I haven't given any money, but there's like, you can,
want
if
to.
you pay money, you can get like a skate park in your city, and I really want that skate park, and I'm mad that I can't.
What do you like about this game? The planning?
I like the planning. I'm weird about it because I actually like designing the city and like having like, I have this area has the skyscrapers, and then I actually demolished a lot of the bigger buildings so I can have like a more suburb sort of aspect to it, and I just like, it's stupid, nerdy, weird. Like I like little designing things like that.
Well, what makes your city different from other cities that maybe exist in the real world?
The thing is, on the game, you can like buy and sell goods, and to do that, you like travel to other people's cities, and like I said, a lot of them will just have skyscrapers all over the city, all willy-nilly, or just like poor designing in general. But yeah, I have it like, I have it like the city of Torrance's motto. It's a well-balanced city.
Is your city that you made just Torrance?
No, because
So,
Torrance doesn't have skyscrapers
big
or a
ol'
football stadium or a
Oh,
gambling zone. Yeah,
you built Inglewood.
yeah, that's exactly. I like Inglewood. I love Inglewood. Yeah. Inglewood's kind of cool. I used to go to a gym in Inglewood. Oh yeah, you work in Inglewood.
And Inglewood a lot.
Yeah,
And Inglehood.
Inglewood.
Yeah.
I don't like that. It's offensive. You can call it the Wood, like that movie.
Yeah,
Who was in that movie?
Omar Epps?
Omar Epps. Yeah,
Is he?
I think so. It's what I was gonna
Tay
guess
Diggs?
too. Sure. I'll give you that.
I saw it kind of recently. When
You
I
did?
started working in Inglewood, I saw that movie.
For like research.
Yeah.
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 That's good.
Yeah, it was cool. You know, just people growing up, having adventures. Just MTV films.
Oh, that's an MTV film?
Yeah, I believe so.
They also made Carmen, the first hip opera,
Yeah.
starring Beyonce Knowles.
You know what the second one is, though?
What's the second
Trapped
hip?
in the Closet.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Wow, that is a hip opera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So I can't wait for number 3.
Beyonce strikes again.
Yeah.
My dad did that thing that like older guys will do where they try to, you know, sound relevant, make a point, but then it just kind of like reinforces how out of touch they are.
Yeah.
He was just like, did you hear that Paul McCartney did a song with Kanye and Beyonce?
Yeah.
And
This is not
all
true.
the teenagers were like, wow, it's a good thing Kanye's given this Paul McCartney exposure. He'd never made without him. Can you believe these kids didn't know who Paul McCartney was? I was like, you think Beyonce and Rihanna are the same
Yeah.
person? Like, you are old enough to know who both of them
Yeah.
are. You know, and also, like, I know about lots of things that aren't of my generation.
Yeah.
I know who that, you know, I know who W.C. Fields is, for example.
I'm the same way. I think you and I are the same, where we understand things about the 70s and the 80s, and
You
we know
just
who
know about
Bryan
things.
Adams is.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Summer '69.
Yeah. A lot of people, it like freaks me out when people don't know things, and it's like, what? That's
And they
before my
get
time.
defensive about it. Like, how do you know about that?
Some guy came into my work once and said, this is a weird question, but I just want to see like if you know the answer to it. Do you know that Charlton Heston played Moses in, I think Exodus was the movie? Yeah, and I was just like, no, he said, do you know that Charles Heston played Exodus, or Moses in Exodus? And I was like, yeah, Charlton Heston. He's like, yes, I think that was like the test or whatever, if I don't know. And then he was like, okay, I just wanted to see people your age know. And then I went, but I'm a weird guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who's Channing Tatum, old man?
So I throw
There's
something
never-
at him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the old people always mad when young people don't know about things, but they never feel any kind of pressure
Yeah.
to keep up
It's true.
with the current.
Um,
I like knowing about the new stuff,
yeah.
if I don't understand it. The
I-
new fads.
Yeah.
Especially knowing, too, that it's kind of like just a fad. It's just going to fade away.
Yeah. What do you think about Meghan Trainor? Do you think she's a one-hit wonder?
Oh, who's that?
She's the all about the bass girl.
Oh, yeah, all these girls are always one-hit wonders. Always.
I don't know. Carly Rae Jepsen has a new song that's really good.
A couple hits, whatever. Katy Perry has staying power. She had all those
Yeah.
number one songs.
I think it's half and half. Some are one-hit
Britney
wonders and half.
Spears, you know, she's pretty much
Yeah, Madonna,
over. I know Britney
she's
Spears
like,
is in
yeah.
Vegas. Madonna, I mean, there's some,
Yeah,
but
you
compared
got
to
Diana Ross is one of those. She had a few hits.
like, in decades. I mean, like, you know, she always have a career, but this is decades ago.
Yeah, come on.
But yeah, of course, yeah, they're all
She's
just
still
a flash in
alive?
the
I
pan.
forget.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
You know who's tight? Do you know who Sophia Grace is?
No.
Sophia Grace is this little girl from England who's good at rapping. She's the best rapper I've ever seen. She's better than Eminem. Eminem's good at rapping, you gotta admit.
Kind of, but I don't like what he says. I don't like the things that I don't understand the words that are coming out of his mouth. To quote the great
Rush Hour.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chris Tucker.
There's a movie I've never seen.
You never seen Rush Hour? It's a great movie.
Been to the restaurant where it was filmed in Chinatown, but
I like the same year Rush Hour and Rushmore came out, and those were like my two favorite movies. And I thought it was funny that they were both.
that'd be a good double
Rush.
feature.
Yeah, that would be good. It's 98, I think.
It would be the A feature, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Rush Hour.
Wait, what?
That's the A feature. You're doing double
Oh,
feature?
A and B. Yeah, I would say so.
Rush Hour,
Because
Rushmore.
you can't follow up that the hell's the name of that song? The Rod Stewart band, The Faces. I wish that I knew what I know
Ooh
now.
La
So
La.
you can't follow up Ooh La La with the opening scene from Rush Hour. I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. That was a dumb point that I took too long to make. But yeah.
Do you like The Faces?
Yeah, they got some good songs. I kind of like early Rod Stewart solo better, though, I think.
They both happened at the same time.
I don't know the history here.
I think they were both at the same time.
Okay.
You would
well,
like be in the faces, and then you would go like do Maggie May.
yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Is Maggie May sometimes accredited to the faces? It's, right?
It's not. It's Rod Stewart.
I think it's Rod Stewart. I don't know.
It is. I had the record. Every picture tells a story. It's the name of the record that it's on.
Yeah, I have.
I used to like the face Rod Stewart. I used to think it was cool. I had a Faces shirt that I got at Rhino Records.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Or it has also had a Mott the Hoople shirt. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, both of those good shirts.
Yeah.
What happened to those shirts?
Grew out of them, man.
Grew out of them?
I'm no longer a size small.
Yeah. Oh, you missed a button there. Oh, boy.
It's popping out. Eating burritos across the street.
Yeah.
I know.
The good burritos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it matter?
What is the name of this neighborhood that we're in?
Boyle Heights.
Not this neighborhood, but okay. This is Boyle Heights?
This is
Okay.
Boyle Heights.
I took a weird way to get here, so I'm not as familiar with it. It's
That's
good.
right.
Yeah.
I'd love to have you back anytime.
Yeah.
What are some other neighborhoods besides Long Beach that are like kind of out of LA proper that you would consider moving to, or things like that? Other neighborhoods you like?
As
I want to
uncool-
own a house someday.
Yeah.
In the event that my dreams don't come true, obviously if they do, I can buy a house wherever I want.
Yeah.
Buy a couple houses.
Of course, yeah.
But if I got to move out to the suburbs to afford a house, we might all have to do that. What are you thinking? You
I
mentioned
was going to
Inglewood.
say Huntington Beach. It's uncool.
Too rich.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
the
Huntington
thing.
Beach though.
It's kind of nice. And they have
Surf
they have this
City.
restaurant called La Capilla that they also have in Torrance. It's just amazing.
Ruby's on the pier.
They have a couple record stores on Beach Boulevard. Like one's like a punk record store. It's kind of cool. Yeah.
They have Alpine Village, but it's called Old World in
Oh,
Huntington
really?
Beach. But it's the same. There's a record store
go
in it.
there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, you would love Huntington Beach.
Yeah, I
A
wanna
much
do a good
nicer version
tour.
of Torrance.
Yeah, and they have a nice Salvation Army there too. Wait, did you say nicer than Torrance?
Much nicer.
Um,
Looking into it.
so other places,
Inglewood.
Carson's kind of nice, but it's
I like Hawthorne.
Hawthorne's cool.
The big abandoned mall. Have you ever seen that on Hawthorne Boulevard?
Oh yeah,
It's got
that's
a
so
Broadway
weird.
as the anchor store.
Yeah,
That is old.
Why haven't they done anything with that
What are they going to put there?
football stadium?
Another
They're
one?
looking for somewhere to put that football. I mean, I guess they're gonna choose Carson, but you know,
No, they're going to put it in Inglewood. They should put it in Carson.
I think Carson's the
They should
front
not
runner.
have it. They should not have football at all.
Yeah, it's been like 20 years since we had a football team, hasn't it?
Yeah. Well, all the brain trauma and
Yeah,
players going broke and ending
yeah,
up in jail.
It's gonna
anyway.
happen anyway.
Yeah.
You know, we're getting a second soccer team, LAFC, I think it's called. Could be wrong.
We already have two.
Oh, that's true.
We have Chivas USA.
And
we
the
have
Galaxy, we're getting a
Galaxy.
third.
Great.
Yeah, I'm
I
excited.
don't like soccer, so
You do?
I don't.
Oh.
I was really
Have you
mad.
been to a game?
No.
That's the thing. I
Okay.
didn't. I was not dragged, but I was like, I guess I'll go to a soccer game. And it was on the 4th of July, and so I was making a lot of like, doing such an un-American thing on 4th of July kind of jokes, and I had a blast. And I'm a Galaxy fan ever since. It was really fun.
I was mad when the World Cup was on this past summer because soccer isn't even popular in America. I was like, why is everybody going crazy? Like,
It is weird how
even popular.
into it everybody gets, and people are like, "Oh man, I want Italy to win," and it's like, well, you're not even Italian, but why did you choose that? It's weird. Yeah,
it's all corrupt.
it's corrupt. Oh yeah, this year
Remember
was
that?
corrupt.
That was
Yeah, that was a bummer.
awful. Professional sports. Who needs them?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah, they love
Yeah,
them.
yeah. I'm
Just
down
watch
with
them on
it.
TV. Why do we need the stadium in England?
Oh.
That's all I'm saying.
It's fun. It's fun to go. I've gone. I don't like hockey, but I
More
I didn't
fun-
think I liked
More
hockey.
fun than spending time with your family.
You're making me feel bad.
More fun than hanging out with your dog, driving
Yeah.
to different people's houses. I mean, what's fun? Fun's
Dropping the
overrated.
dog off so
Yeah.
I can go do fun things.
So you'll be on a talk show.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, what? We have a few more minutes. Anything you wanted to plug? Merry
Anything I wanna
Christmas.
plug?
Is that record ever gonna come out?
We
Still
have
working
a
on it.
deadline for the end of March to finish tracking, and we've like done a lot of work on it this month already, so it's getting closer and closer.
Closer and closer.
We are playing a show on March 17th all of a sudden.
Okay, so there you go. Get a little momentum.
Yeah, it's a weird, like it's at the Echo.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Okay.
St. Patrick's Day.
All right.
gonna be
Well,
cool.
hey, I'll be there.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
That'd be cool. It's gonna be weird, but
I'll help you out. Well, great. I love things that are weird.
yeah.
I hope you guys can all check it out too. We're out of time, but until next time, everyone, this is Adam Papagan, reminding you